I'll do my little intro then. Hold on.
Oh.
Hello. Welcome in, everyone. How are we all doing today? We doing well? Today we will be reading with the lovely Marcy.
Marry
I'll be
me,
doing the narration.
everyone.
She'll be doing all the character voicing.
OG Vampire just
And I
redeemed
hope
head
you all
pat.
enjoy. We'll just do a little recap
Forgot to
on what has
turn
been
my
happening
model
previously.
on.
Yes, we gotta stay updated. All right, so previously, after being taken by the guards, Rincewind meets the Emperor and isn't killed by him. The
Hey,
Emperor, who is on his
OG
deathbed,
Vampire. Welcome
seems to
in.
take a
Thank you
liking
for
to
the
him because he
first
makes
time
him laugh.
chatting.
Rincewind then ends
Hey.
up in the dungeon instead of being executed. He communicates with someone across the wall of the dungeon with knocks, and then they realize they can simply talk to each other. And then he learns that the other person is a friend called Two Flower, a very old friend, and a guard opens the door and falls to the ground with a sword in his back. We don't really know why this happened. But then Rincewind meets up with the other prisoners, and he finds out that the Red Army is there, and that Butterfly and Lotus Blossom are the children of Two Flower. They then all plot to wreak havoc upon the Forbidden Palace, and in the meantime, the Silver Horde are becoming rather civilized by tormenting a random man they came across inside the palace with threats. But yeah. And hi, Victor. Hi, Sway. How are you all doing?
Is the collab chat turned on? I don't think it is.
You need to click enable.
Oh, wait.
I'm not the
I
host.
started
So.
it? Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't realize
And
I
hi,
started
Jaden.
it.
How you doing? Just some heat. Oh, I hope it gets better soon. It's awful when it's too hot. You can't think when it's too hot. What are you doing? Reading. I'm gonna turn off my water regime today since I don't have water with me.
You have no water? Wow.
I came in by rush to be on time.
Wow. Bad
Oh,
solace.
it went out class is suspended then.
Bad,
Drains.
bad Damon.
Huh?
You know what? Where's my phone? Let me turn it on stream like I freaking make you do squats.
Oh, no. That's evil.
Always evil.
So, Marcy, are we ready to begin?
Yes, we are.
Let's skip to the part where... Here we go. That was the next section.
I think the music is a little bit loud on my end. There we go. It's better. Okay.
That's the best of luck, Jaden. I hope you can do it. Right. I'll read the first page now. Then Marcy can read the second.
Well, what just happened? Did my Wi-Fi go out? No. Oh no, I think Silas disconnected. Yeah, her boogie's gone. Oh no. Oh no. Yep. I think she disconnected. Oh no. I saw. Poor thing. Oh my goodness. You can't have a stream without scuff, guys. That's just the moral of the story. You can't have a stream without scuff. Wait, how are you talking from? I'm so confused. Oh, from the collab chat. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah? Oh, I can hear you now. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh no. Can you hear me? Okay. Hey, can you hear me? I'm talking. Hello? Oh, oh no. This is not cool. Is my mic? It's working. Uh, I don't. Ah, that's not cool. Even her. Oh, what Discord? Okay. Hmm. Even her model's down. Looks like.
Wait, hello, 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 hello.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Don't worry about
Yeah,
postponing.
yeah. I'm about to say, I'll be
Oh
at
my God.
work around this time tomorrow.
Okay, perfect. We're back.
Back
Oh
in
my goodness.
business.
But I don't know what happened. It just kept on doing the loading thing.
I saw. I'm on your stream. It's open for me, so I saw.
Yeah, it's okay now. Anyways, you want to read the first page? And then we'll start from there.
I don't see it yet. Show your screen.
Oh my, sorry. My deepest condolences. I have no idea what happened. It just did the continuous like loading thing.
Yeah, I saw. I'll watch your stream.
It worked. I don't know what happened, but it worked eventually. So hi Marty, welcome in.
Okay. Six beneficent twins had thought it was a pretty good plan. The horrible old men were lost in the Forbidden City. Although they had a weary look, rather like natural bonsai trees that had managed to flourish on a windswept cliff, they were nevertheless very old and not at all heavily armored. So he led them in the direction of the gymnasium, and when they were inside, he screamed for help at the top of his lungs. Voice, whatever.
To his amazement, they didn't turn and ran.
Can we kill him now? Said Trunkle.
A couple of dozen muscular men had stopped pounding logs of wood and piles of bricks and were regarding them suspiciously. Got any ideas? Said Cohen to Mr. Safely.
Oh dear, they're so very tough looking, aren't they?
You can't think of anything civilized.
No, it's all for you, I'm afraid. That's
This is Caleb.
That's Caleb? Oh.
Not Cohen.
Oh, okay. I've been waiting for this. Said Caleb, pushing forward. Been pressing things every day. And I, with my big lump of tweak. These are ninjas, said six beneficent ones proudly. So a couple of the men wandered towards the door and pulled it shut. The finest fighters in the world. Yield now.
That's interesting. said Cohen.
Here you in the back pajamas. Just got out of bed, have you? Who's the best man out of all of you?
One of the men stared fixedly at Cohen and thrust out a hand at the nearest wall. It left a dent. Then he nodded at the old tax gatherer. No, is this Cohen?
Don't know.
I think so. Yes, it's Cohen. Sorry.
What are these old fools you brought us?
Wait, maybe it wasn't Cohen because he called it old foods, which is a silver
Who
army.
knows?
I don't know. Too many people.
Let's just
Too many
continue.
people. I think they're barbarian invaders, said the taxman. It's boy Willie. How did he know that? Said boy Willie. We're wearing itchy trousers and eating with forks and everything. The
leading ninja
Yeah.
sneered.
Ah, geez, so many people. Heroic eunuchs, he said. Old men.
Who are you calling a eunuch?
Cohen demanded.
Can I show you my practice with my old lump of teak? Said Caleb, hopping up arthritically from one foot to the other.
The ninja eyed the slab of timber.
You cannot make a dent on that, old man, he said. Yeah. You watch, said Caleb. You do narrations, remember?
He held out the wedge at an arm's length. Then he raised his other hand, grunting a little as it got past shoulder height.
This is Caleb. You watching this hand? You watching this hand? Wait, he said it twice. Yeah, watching this hand? He demanded. I am watching, said the ninja, trying not to laugh. Good, said Caleb.
He kicked the man squarely in the groin, and then, as he doubled up, hit him over the head with the teak.
Guys, I should have been watching this foot.
And that would have been all there was to it, if there had only been one ninja. But there was a clatter of rice flails and an unsheathing of long curved swords. The horde drew closer together. Hamish pulled back his rug to reveal their armory, although the collection of notched blades looked positively homely compared with the shiny toys ranged against them.
So Genghis is different than Cohen? Because last time was Genghis
Yes.
Cohen.
There's Cohen the Barbarian, and then there's a play on the words. Cohen is a reference to Cohen the Barbarian, an old film. There's Caleb the Ripper, who's a reference to Jack the Ripper. And then there's Genghis Khan, reference to Genghis, you know. So it's all references to like warlords and really old forms
Yeah,
of
but
them.
last time it was Genghis Cohen. Last time it was actually.
Was it?
Yes. So I'm confused right now.
I'll be Genghis,
Sage, why don't you take Mr. Taxman over to the corner out of harm's way?
said Genghis.
This is madness, said Six Beneficent Winds. They're the finest fighters in the world, and you're just old men. Give it now, and I'll see if I can give you a rebate. Calm down, calm down.
I really like cones.
Said Mr. Xeploy. No one's gonna get hurt, metaphorically at least. I like corn
Genghis
too.
Khan waved his sword a few times.
Okay, you lads,
He said,
give us your best ninja.
Sir Beneficent Winds looked on in horror as the horde squared up.
But it would be a terrible slaughter, he said. I'm afraid so, said Mr. Savoy.
He fished in his pockets for a bag of peppermints.
I'm assuming this is.
Just they make random voices.
Yeah, I can't keep up. Who are
This
these
is like the
mad
voices of all
old
the
men?
ninjas.
What do they do? Savoy. Barbarian heroing generally, said Mr. Savoy. Rescuing princesses, robbing temples, fighting monsters, exploring ancient and terror-filled ruins, that sort of thing. But they look old enough to be dead. Why did they do it? Savoy shrugged. That's all they've ever done.
A ninja somersaulted down the room, screaming, a sword in either hand. Cohen waited in an attitude rather similar to that of a baseball batter.
I wonder, said Mrs. Savoy, if you have ever heard of the term evolution.
The two met. The air blurred.
Or survival of the fittest, said Mrs. Savoy.
The scream continued, but rather more urgently.
I didn't even see his swords move, whispered Six Beneficent Winds. I guess people often don't, said Mrs. Savoy. But they're so old. Indeed, said the teacher, raising his voice above the screams. And of course, this is true. They are very old barbarian heroes.
The taxman stared.
You like a peppermint? said Mrs. Savoy, as a Hamish wheelchair thundered past in pursuit of a man with a broken sword and a pressing desire to stay alive. You may find it helps if you are around the horde for any length of time.
The aroma from the pearl-fed paper bag hit Six Beneficent Winds like a flamethrower.
How can you smell anything after eating those? You can't, said Mr. Savoy happily.
The taxman continued to stare. The fighting was a fast and furious affair, but somehow only on one side. The horde fought like you'd expect old men to fight, slowly and with care. All the activity was on the part of the ninjas, but no matter how well flung the throwing star or speedy the kick, the target was always, without any obvious effort, not there.
Since we have this moment to chat, said Mr. Savoy, as something with a lot of blades hit the wall just above the taxman's head, I wonder, could you tell me about that big hill just outside the city? It is quite a remarkable feature. What? Said Six Beneficent Winds, distractedly. The big hill. You want to know about that? Now? Geography is a little hobby of mine.
Someone's ear hit Six Beneficent Winds on the ear. Sorry.
They are fighting, so it makes sense for body parts to go
Yeah.
flying.
That's very silly.
Okay, wait. Meow, meow. Who's this? Big Hill. What?
We call it the big hill.
We
Yeah.
call it the Big Hill. Hey, look at what she's doing with his. It seems remarkably regular. Is it a natural feature? What? Oh, I don't know. They say it turned up thousands of years ago during a terrible storm when the first emperor died. He's going to be killed. He's going to be killed. He's going to be. How did he do that?
Six Beneficent Winds suddenly remembered, as a child, playing Shibo Yankong-san with his grandfather. The old man always won, no matter how carefully he'd assembled his strategy. He'd find grandfather would place the tile quite innocently right in the crucial place just before he could make his big move. The ancestor had spent his whole life playing Shibo. The fight was just like that. Also, Joe, best of luck for your scheduled essay writing. You got this.
Ooh, fun.
Come on, see.
Oh my, he said. That's right, said Mr. Savoy. They've had a lifetime experience of not dying. They become very good at it. But why here? Why come here? We're going to undertake a robbery, said Mrs. Savoy.
6 beneficent winds nodded sagely. The wealth of the Forbidden City was legendary. Probably even blood-sucking ghosts had heard of it.
The talking face of the Emperor Piggy Su, he said. No. The jade head of Son Suit Li? No. Wrong track entirely, I'm afraid. Not the secret of the how silk is made? Good grief, silkworms, bottoms. Everyone knows that. No, something rather more precious than that.
Despite himself, 6 beneficent winds was impressed. Apart from anything else, only 7 ninjas were still standing, and Cohen was fencing with one of them while rolling a cigarette in the other hand. And Mr. Savelow could see it dawning in the fat man's eyes. The same thing had happened to him. Cohen came into people's lives like a rogue planet into a peaceful
OG
solar
Vampire
system,
just redeemed throw
and you
stuff.
felt yourself being dragged
It's very
along
rude.
simply because nothing like that would ever happen to you again. He himself had been peacefully hunting for fossils during the school holidays when he had
Behave,
more or
vampire,
less stumbled
behave.
into the camp of those particular fossils called the Horde. They'd been quite friendly because he'd neither weapons nor money, and they'd taken to him because he knew things they didn't, and that had been it. Meep, meep. Hi, OG Vampire, welcome in. How you
Yeah,
doing
he
today?
just threw something at me. He's being mean, throwing stuff at me.
I'll defend you, lovely. Don't worry about him.
Yay.
I'll protect you. Also, Joe says, what genre is your book from? I guess you would call this fantasy. This is fiction. I'll write the name in chat real quick.
Yeah, I mean, it has
read
magic
the
in
next?
it apparently, so yeah, I'll say fantasy. Sure.
You can read the next page, Marcy.
He decided there and then, it must have been something in the air. His past life had suddenly unrolled behind him and couldn't remember a single day of it that had been any fun. And it had dawned on him that he could join the Horde or go back to school, and pretty soon, a lip handshake, a round of applause, and his pension. It was something about Cohen. Maybe it was what they called charisma. It overpowered even his normal smell of a goat that had just eaten curried asparagus. He did everything wrong. He cursed people that he used what Miss Savoy considered very offensive language to foreigners.
He shouted terms that would have earned anyone else a 3-slit throat from a variety of interesting ethnic weapons. And he got away with it, partly because it was clear that there was no actual malice there, but mainly because he was, well, Cohen, a sort of basic natural force on legs. It worked on everything. When he wasn't actually fighting them, he got on a lot better with trolls than did people who merely thought that trolls had rights just like everyone else. Even the Horde, bloody-minded individualists to a man, fell for it.
Hey, hi. Okay. But Mrs. Savoy had also seen the aimlessness in their lives, and one night he brought the conversation around to the opportunities offered in the Orient. There was a light in his beneficent wind's expression. Have you got an accountant? He said. Well, no. As a matter of fact, would this stuff be treated as income or capital? I haven't really thought like that. The Horde doesn't pay taxes. What? Not to anyone? No, it's funny that they never seem to keep their money for long. It seems to disappear to drink and women and high living, I suppose. From a heroine's point of view, they may count as taxes.
There was a pop as 6 beneficent winds uncorked a small bottle of ink and licked his writing brush.
But those sort of things probably count as allowable expenses for a barbarian hero, he said. Oh wait, this is Cohen. I mean not Cohen, Savoy.
Oh, this is 6 beneficent winds.
They are part of the job application specification, and then of course there is wear and tear on weapons, protective clothing. They could. Oh no, this is Sevloy explaining the. Yeah,
Yes, I think so. Maybe, I'm not sure.
I think so. And of course there is wear and tear on weaponry, protective clothing. They could certainly claim for at least one new loincloth a year. I don't think they've claimed for one per century. And there's pensions, of course. Don't use that word. They think it's a. I'm so confused with who. They're not giving me an indication. I hate this.
You just have to guess.
Ugh.
You just need to guess.
I know. I hate it though, 'cause I can't tell what voice to use.
You guess that's how I do it.
Don't use that word. They think it's a dirty word, but in a way, that is what they're here for. This is their last adventure. We're just doing this very valuable thing that you won't tell me about? That's right. You'd be very welcome to join us. You could perhaps be a barbarian to push beans a length of knotted string. Accountant, have you killed anyone? Not right, but I've always thought you could do considerable damage with a well-placed final demand. That was rough on my voice. Holy hell, sorry.
You okay, Lizzie?
Yeah, that was a little bit rough on my voice. Okay, add some water. That was a little bit rough going back and forth like that. Okay. Mr. Cyploid Beam. Yes. He said, civilization.
The last ninja was upright, but only just. Hamish had run his wheelchair over his foot. Mr. Savely patted the taxman's arm.
Excuse me, he said. I find I often have to intervene on this stage.
He padded over to the surviving man, who was looking around wildly. The 6 swords had become interlaced around his neck, as though he'd taken part in a rather energetic folk dance.
Good morning, said Mr. Savloy. It should just point out that Genghis here is, despite appearances, a remarkably honest man. You find it hard to understand empty bravura. May I venture to suggest, therefore, that you retain from phrases like, I would rather die than betray my emperor, or go ahead and do your worst, unless you really, really mean them. Should you wish for mercy, a simple hand signal will suffice. I strongly advise you not to attempt to nod.
The young man looked sideways at Curran, who gave him an encouraging smile. Then he waved a hand quickly. The swords unwove. Truckle hit the ninja over the head with a club.
This must be Trucko. It's alright. You don't have to go on about it. I didn't kill him, he says sulkily. Ow?
Boy Willie had been experiencing with a rice flail and had hit his own ear.
How did Mother fight with this rubbish? What? These little Hogwatch decoration thingies look the business though. Hogwatch. All right. This is the same universe. It's like, wait, huh?
The Hogfather.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, it's the same universe.
Wait a minute, it's all the same part of the same series. You might recognize some character names.
Yeah.
You can read from
Yeah, said
Vincent and
Vincent
then the
picking
next
up a
sentence.
throwing star. He sucked his finger. Useless foreign junk. Don't know what this is.
We don't know. Just
Yeah.
imagine it's all a bunch of old men talking to each other about a battle.
That bit where that lad sprang backwards right across the room with them axes in his hands was impressive, though. Yeah. You didn't ought to have stuck your sword out like that, I thought. He learned an important lesson. Ow, 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 stop! the lie.
You okay, lovely?
I got
It's your
blow
cat
high
attacking you.
assaulted. Yeah, I got blow high assaulted. Meh, meh.
Oh.
It won't do him much good now where he's gone. What?
The 6 beneficent twins was half laughing, half shocked.
But I've seen these guards fight before, he said. They're invincible. No one told us. But you beat them all. Yeah. And you're just eunuchs. There was a scrape of
There was a scrape
no.
of steel. The 6 beneficent twins closed his eyes.
I like the wrinkles
He could feel metal touching his neck in at least 5 places.
There's that word again.
Said the voice of Cohen the Barbarian.
Sorry, give me 1 second. Okay.
Oh, he's lovely. Take as long as you need, okay?
But you're dressed as eunuchs? Murmured 6 beneficent winds, trying not to swallow.
Mr. Saveloy backed away, chuckling nervously.
You see, he said, speaking fast, you're too old to be taken for guards, and you don't look like bureaucrats, so I thought it would be a very good disguise to... Eunuchs? Roared Charcoals. I mean, people have been looking at me and thinking I minced around saying, hello, salad.
I loved that.
I had to make a
many
mocking
men
voice.
whose testosterone. Right, thank you for the rose, Victor. Like many men whose testosterone had always sloshed out of their ears, the Horde had never fine-tuned their approach to the more complex areas of sexuality. A teacher to the core, Mr. Saveloy couldn't help but correct them, even at sword point.
That means the Gratin dances. Now that you seem to think, hello, sailor, which is Heos Noata, he said. And eunuchs don't say it, not as matter of course. Look, it is an honor to be a eunuch in the Forbidden City. Many of them occupy very exalted positions in... What's this, Trunko? Then prepare yourself for a high office, teacher. Trunko shouted.
Cohen knocked the sword out of his hand.
All right, none of that. I don't like it either,
He said,
but it's just a disguise. Shouldn't mean anything to a man who's once bit a bear's head off, should it?
Yeah, but, it's not... I mean, we went past those young ladies back there. They all giggled.
Maybe later you can find him and make him laugh.
said Cohen.
But you should have told us, Teach.
Sorry. What? What do you say? It say you're a eunuch, boy. That's probably what I should have took a kid voice. I didn't even the name. Boy Willie bellowed in Hamish's ear. Yep, said Hamish happily. What? That's me, the one and only. No, he didn't mean. What? So many. Oh, never
men who
mind.
can't hear, who
It's
are like
all
all podcast.
pretty much the same to you, Hamish.
Mr. Saveloy surveyed the wreckage.
I wonder what time it is, he said. Ah. Gargle 6% wins, happy to lighten things a little. Here, we have an amazing demon power device that tells you what the time is, even when the sun isn't. Clocks, said Savoy. We got them in Anklemore Park. Only demons evaporate eventually, so now they work by... He paused. Interesting, you don't have a word for it. Shaped metal? That does work. Toothed whales.
The taxman looked frightened.
Whales with teeth? What do you call the things that grind corn? Peasants? Yes, but what did they grind corn with? I don't know. Why should I know? Only peasants need to know that. Yes, I suppose it's telling you we've got to do it properly. I can show you the treasure house, says his benevolent winds helpfully. Never a good idea to give a master key to the key. Give a monster key the key to a banana. Wait, I'm having a hard time reading this session. One second.
Gosh.
Never a good idea to give a monkey the key to a banana plantation, said Mr. Savoy. Can you think of anything else to keep them amused for an hour?
And that is the end of that section. Oh my goodness, Mousy, have some water.
I'm about to. I'm about to. Holy voices.
Yes, there's a lot of voices, so I thought it's easier if you just do all the voices.
It is
and then I do the
easier. I just don't know
narration.
who the heck
Or
is
else
who
we'd be
when
like, huh?
who.
Who's speaking?
Still don't know who's who. I just make them
Yeah.
sounds as I go.
So yes, we am doing a collab today with the lovely Marcy. She streams on Twitch. Let me send her link in the TikTok
I stream
chat
on
real
Twitch,
quick.
YouTube, and TikTok actually, all under the same name.
She's everywhere, I tell you.
I'm everywhere. You can't escape me. I'm inevitable.
Let me send her Lisa. She's very lovely. So make sure to check her out.
I also have a community Discord as well. Here is that link in here. Oh, your chat. There you go.
Should I start reading the next part?
Yes, we can go.
Okay. Down in the basement, there was a man who was talking about the government at the top of his voice.
You can't fight for a cause. A cause is just a thing. Then we're fighting for the peasants, said Butterfly. She backed
She
away.
backed away.
Mhm.
Rinswin's anger was coming off him like steam. Oh. Have you ever met him?
I have seen them.
Oh, good. What is it you want to achieve?
A better life for the people, said Butterfly coldly.
So, you think you having some uprising and hanging a few people will do it? Well, I come from Ankh-Morpork, and we've had more rebellions and civil wars than you've had, lukewarm duck's feet. And you know what? The rulers are still in charge. They always are. They smiled at him in polite and nervous incomprehension. Look, he said, rubbing his forehead. All those people out in the fields, the water buffalo people. If you have a revolution, it'll all be
OG
better for them,
Vampire
will it?
just redeemed PSBSBSPS.
Wait, what, huh? Sorry, I got hit
No,
past.
that's
I got
fine.
distracted.
Don't worry, don't worry.
Of course, said Butterfly. They would no longer be subjects to the cruel and capricious whims of the Forbidden City.
Oh, that's good, said Rincewind. So they'll sort of be in charge of themselves, will they?
Indeed. Oh, someone different. Indeed, said Lotus Blossom. By means of the People Committee, said Butterfly.
Rincewind pressed both hands to his head. My word, he said. I don't know why, but why this predictive flash? They looked impressed. I had this sudden feeling, he went on, that there won't be all that many water buffalo stringholders on the People's Committee, and in fact, I get the kind of voice telling me that a lot of People's Committee, correct me if I'm wrong, are standing in front of me right now.
Initially, of course, said Butterfly. The peasants can't even read and write.
I expect they don't even know how to farm properly, said Rincewind gloomily. Not after doing it for only 3,000 or 4,000 years.
We certainly believe that there are many improvements that could be made, said Butterfly, if we act collectively.
I bet they'll be really glad when you show them, said Rincewind. He stared glumly at the floor. He quite liked the job of a water buffalo string holder. It sounded nearly as good as the profession of castaway.
He longed for the kind of
read this
life where
page.
you could really concentrate on the squishiness of the mud underfoot and make up pictures in the clouds. The kind of life where you could let your mind catch up with you and speculate for hours at a time about when your water buffalo was next going to enrich the loam. But it was probably difficult enough as it was without people trying to improve it. He wanted to say, how can you be so nice and yet so dumb? The best thing you could do with the peasants is leave them alone. Let them get on with it.
When people who can read and write start fighting on behalf of people who can't, you just end up with another kind of stupidity. If you want to help them, build a big library or something somewhere, and leave the door open. But this is Hung Hung. You can't think like that in Hung Hung. This is where people have learned to do what they're told. The Horde worked that one out. The Empire's got something worse than whips, all right. It's got obedience. Whips in the soul. They obey anyone who tells them what to do.
Freedom just means being told what to do by someone different. You'll all be killed. I'm a coward, and even I know more about fights than you do. I've run away from some really good ones.
Oh, let's just get out of here, he said.
He gingerly took the sword from a dead guard and held it the right way round on a second attempt. He waited for a second, then shook his head and threw it away. The cadre looked a lot happier.
But I'm not leaving you, said Rincewind. I'm just showing you the way, and it's the way out, you understand? You can read this.
Okay. They stood wearing rather bruised looks, as people do whenever whoever been subject to several minutes ranting. No one speaks under Two Flowers whispered. How often goes on like this, you know? And then he does something very brave. Rincewind nodded. Oh.
I'm sorry, you can read it. Sorry, I forgot.
Yeah, you're fine. There was another
Oh,
dead
goodness.
guard at the top of the stairs. Sudden death seemed to be catching. And leaning against the wall was a bundle of swords. Tied to it was a scroll. The Great
Silent
Wizard
assassin.
has shown us that they were away for only 2 minutes, and already we have extra luck, said Lotus Blossom.
Don't touch the swords, said Rincewind.
But supposedly we see more guards. Should we not resist them with every drop of our life's blood? Said Butterfly.
Rincewind looked blank. No. Run away.
Oh yes, said Two Flowers, and live to fight another day. That is an Ankh-Morpork saying.
Rincewind had always assumed that the purpose of running away was to be able to run away another day. However, he said, people don't usually find themselves mysteriously let out of prison with a bunch of weapons handily close by and all the guards out of action. Ever thought of that?
Aim at a map, said Butterfly.
Her eyes shone as she flourished the scroll. It's a map of the way out, said Rincewind.
No, to the Emperor's chambers. Look, it has been marked. That's what Herb used to talk about sometimes. He must be in the palace. We should assassinate the Emperor. More luck, said Two Flowers. But look, I'm sure if we talk to him.
Haven't you been listening? We are not going to see the Emperor, hissed Rincewind. Does it occur to you that guards don't stab themselves? Cells don't suddenly become unlocked. You don't find swords lying around so conveniently. And you don't really find maps saying, this way, folks. And anyway, you can't talk to someone who's a plate of prawn crackers short of a set meal for two.
No, said Butterfly. We must make the most of this opportunity.
There will be a lot of guards.
Well, Grand Wizard, you have a lot of wishing to do.
You think I can snap my fingers like this and all the guards would drop dead? I wish they would.
These two out here have. Lotus Blossom reported from the entrance to the dungeon. She was
No, she looked. Oh, she was already in awe of Rincewind. Now, she looked positively terrified.
That's Rincewind. That's Rincewind. Yeah, coincidence. Let's be serious, said Butterfly. We have a sympathizer in the palace. Perhaps it is someone risking their lives every moment. We know some of the eunuchs are on our side.
No, they've got nothing left to lose, I suppose.
You have a better idea, Great Wizard?
Yeah, back in the cells.
What?
This smells wrong. Would you really kill the Emperor? I mean, really? Butterfly hesitated.
We've often talked about it. Two Fire Herb said that if we could assassinate the Emperor, we could light the torch of freedom.
Yeah, but it'd be you burning. Look, get back in the cells. It's the safest place. I'll lock you in and scout.
That's a very brave suggestion, said Two Flowers, and typical of the man. He added proudly.
Butterfly gave Rincewind a look he'd come to dread.
It's a good idea, she said, and I will accompany you.
Oh, but it's bound to be very dangerous, said Rincewind quickly.
No harm could possibly come to me when I'm with the Great Wizard, said Butterfly. Very true, said Two Fingers. No harm ever came to me, I know that. Besides, his daughter went on, I have the map, and it would be dreadful if you lost your way and accidentally strayed out of the Forbidden City, wouldn't it?
Rincewind gave in. It struck him the Two Flowers' late wife must have been a remarkably intelligent woman. All right, he said. But you're not to get in the way, and you're to do what I tell you, okay? Butterfly bowed.
Lead on, oh Great Wizard, she said.
And that is the end of that section. Do you want to drink a bit more, Marcy?
I'm alright. This
Okay.
wasn't as
Victor
intensive as
says,
the last
just
one.
noticed. Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Victor in my chat says, just noticed I could already redeem squats.
Wait, let me check my points.
No.
Let me check my points. I could do it too.
Marcy? No. Don't click it. Don't.
Someone did it already. Someone did it. I can't redeem it. It's on cooldown.
Wait, did someone redeem
I
it?
think so. It's on cooldown. I can't. That's invite me. Hold on. Hold on. That was the wrong one. That was invite me.
Wait.
Hold on.
Let me check if they're enabled.
Go.
They should be enabled.
Hold on.
40 squats, 20 squats. Yeah, they are enabled.
There it is.
Oh my goodness.
20 squats.
20 squats. Okay, we're going to do 20 squats and then Marcy's going to take over the reading until I am finished with the squats. Okay, everyone?
I knew it, said Tronco. Poison. No, you don't eat it. You rub it on your body, said Miss Floyd. Watch, and you get what we in civilization call cling. Most of the horde stood waist deep in the warm water, every man with his hands chastely wrapped around his body. Hamish had refused to relinquish his wheelchair.
Wait, hold on. Let me change the page. Wait. There we go.
So only his head was above the surface. It's all prickly, said Cohen, and my skin peeling off and dissolving. That's not skin, said Mrs. Floyd. Haven't any of you seen a bath before? Oh, I've seen one, said Boy Willie. I've killed the mad bishop of Pseudopolis in one. You get? He furrowed his brow. Bubbles and stuff, and 15 naked...
Marcy, that's it.
It's called... yeah.
It's like 15 maidens.
Yeah, 15 maidens. I forgot for a second. I was just reading. What? Definitely 15. Remember it well. That's more like it, said Cohen.
Caleb.
Or Caleb, yeah. Too many people. Too many
Okay,
people.
I'm finished with the squats. Also, Victor, I have a cooldown between my squats. It's like a 15-minute cooldown, so you can't spam them.
Yeah, she keeps raising the price of them too. They were cheaper, like 200,
Yes, because
and
people
then
are doing that. I
500,
don't want to be out
and
of.
then
I don't want to sound
750.
out of breath in stream. Because if I sound out of breath, that could be like
But you wanted
seen
thick
as
thighs.
suggestive, and yeah,
You want thick thighs. It's your fault. You demanded this.
yeah,
You want to join the committee of thick thigh women like me.
real. All right.
All we've got to rub is this soap stuff. Who is this? Some random person, whatever.
Just a random old man.
All we've got is to rub this soap stuff. The Emperor is ritually bathed by 22 bath women, says his beneficent ones. I could go and check with the harem eunuchs and wake them up if you like. It's probably allowable under entertainment.
The taxman was warming to his new job. He'd worked out that although the Horde as individuals had acquired mountains of cash in their careers as barbarian heroes, they had lost almost all of it by engaging in other activities. He mentally catalogued these as public relations, necessary to the profession, and therefore were entitled to quite a considerable rebate. The fact that they were registered with no revenue collecting authority anywhere. Footnote 24. Except on posters with legends like wanted, dead. Was entirely a secondary point. It was the principle that counted, and the interest too, of course.
No, no, young women, I insist. Simpson said Floyd. You're having a bath to get clean. Plenty of time for young women later. Got a date where all this is over, said Caleb, a little shyly, thinking wistfully of one of the few women he'd ever had a conversation with. She's got her own farm, she said. I could be all right for a duck. I bet Teach don't want you to say that, said Boy Willie. I bet he'd say you gotta call it a waterfowl. Huh? What?
6 beneficent twins sidled over to the teacher as the Horde experimented with the bath oil, initially drinking it.
I worked it out that what is you're going to steal, he said. Oh, that's when it wins.
That's
Ugh.
the 6 beneficent
Yeah.
wins, the taxman,
Yeah. I
that
messed
they've
up.
kidnapped.
I messed up. Oh yes, Simpson Floyd politely.
He was watching Caleb, who, having had brought it home to him that he might have been adopting the wrong approach all his life, was trying to cut his nails with the sword.
It's the legendary diamond coffin of Shuju, says Benevolent Ones. No, wrong again. Oh. Out of the baddest, gentlemen, said the teacher. I think, yes, you've mastered commerce, social intercourse. Sorry? And the principle of taxation, Mr. Sapphire went on. Have we
done that? What are they then?
Said Cohen.
Thank you for the lurk, Frozen. Enjoy the lurk in the shadows. You take away almost all the money that the merchants have got, says his benevolent ones, handing him a towel. Oh, it's just like, that might be
Oh, he's had it.
Cohen.
I've been doing
Yeah.
that for years.
No, you've been taking away all the money, said Mr. Savoy. That's where you go wrong. You kill too many of them, and the ones you don't kill, you leave too poor. That's Cohen.
Let's trickle.
Oh. La, 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 la. Sounds frightfully good to me, said Trunkle, excavating the curvaceous countenance of an ear. Poor merchants, rich us. No, no, no. No, no, no. Yes, that's not civilized. It's like with sheep, says his beneficent winds explain. You don't tear their skin off all in one go, you just shear them every year.
The horde looked blank.
Hunter-gatherers, synthesized Flora with a touch of hopelessness. Wrong metaphor. It's the marvelous singing sword of Wong, isn't it? Whispered Six Beneficent Winds. That's what you're gonna steal. No, in fact, steal is rather the wrong word. Well, anyway, gentlemen, you may not yet be civilized, but at least you're nice and clean, and many people think this is the pinnacle. Time, I think, for action.
The horde straightened up. This was back in the area they understood.
To the throne room,
said Genghis Khan. Six Beneficent Winds wasn't that fast on the uptake, but at last he put two and two together.
It's the Emperor, he said, and raised his hand to his mouth in horror, tinged with evil delight. You're going to capture him? Or kidnap him? Yeah.
Diamonds glittered when Cohen grinned. There were two dead guards in the corridor leading to the private Imperial compartments. Look, how come you all taken alive? Whispered Rincewind. The guards I saw had big swords. How come you're not dead?
I suppose they plan to torture us, said Butterfly. We did injure 10 of them.
Oh, pasted posters on them, did you? Sang revolutionary songs until they gave in. Listen, someone wanted you alive. The floors sang in the darkness. Every footstep produced a chorus of squeaks and groans. Just like the floorboards at the unseen university. But you didn't expect that sort of thing in a nice shiny place like this.
They're called nightingale floors, said Butterfly. They got to put little metal collars around the nails so that no one can creep up unawares.
Rincewind looked down at the corpses. Neither man had drawn his sword. He leaned his weight on the left foot. The floor squeaked. Then he leaned on his right foot. The floor groaned.
this isn't right, he whispered. You can't creep up on someone on the floor like this, so someone they knew killed those guards, let's get out of here.
We go on, said Butterfly firmly.
It's a trap. Someone's using you to do their dirty work.
She shrugged, turning left by a big jade statue.
And that is the end of that section. How much more would you like to read, Mercy? You okay with doing one more section?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. I'll do one more then.
Okay.
Do you need some water? Or...
No, that wasn't that bad a session to read. I'm fine.
Okay, let's keep on going then. It was 4 in the morning, an hour before dawn. There were guards in the official staterooms, but not very many. After all, this was well inside the Forbidden City, with its high walls and small gates. It wasn't as though anything was going to happen. It needed a special type of mind to stand guard over some empty rooms all night.
One big river had such a mind, orbiting gently within the otherwise blissful emptiness of his skull. They'd happily called him One Big River because he was the same size and moved at the same speed as the Hung. Everyone had expected him to become a sumo wrestler. But he'd failed the intelligence test because he hadn't eaten the table. It was impossible for him to get bored. He just didn't have the imagination. But since the visor of his huge helmet registered a permanent expression of metal rage, he'd, in any case, cultivated the art of going to sleep on his feet.
He was dozing happily now, aware of an occasional squeaking like that of a very cautious mouse. The helmet's visor swung up. A voice said,
"Would you rather die than betray your emperor?" The second voice said, "This is not a trick question."
One Big River blinked, and then turned his gaze downwards. An apparition in a squeaky wheeled wheelchair had a very large sword pointing at exactly that inconvenient place where his upper armor didn't quite meet his lower armor.
A third voice said, I should add that the last 29 people who answered wrong are dried shredded fish. Sorry, dead. A fourth voice said, and we're not eunuchs. One big river rumbled with the effort of thought. I think I'd rather live, he said. A man with
A
diamonds.
man with diamonds. Oh, sorry. Do you want to read this part, or should I read
You can
it?
read it.
A man with diamonds where his teeth should have been gave him a comradely pat on the shoulder. Meep, meep. Also, Dante, I'm reading with a friend today, so I am not using a voice changer. The other lovely voice you're hearing is Mercy's voice. She is very sweet, and I do recommend checking her
I'm
out.
talking right to her so she knows. I was trying to talk with you so they wouldn't know it wasn't just you. No, she's not a voice changer. It's me. I'm here as
Oh,
well.
gosh.
And I
Anyways.
don't use voice changers either. This is all natural.
Real?
The first day I dropped my voice in solace. She was so shocked.
I was so shocked.
Her and Bash, she was so shocked. I still love that clip.
That was silly. Anyways. Is someone else joining the hall? Here we are.
Yeah, who is this speaking? Some
Mr.
random
Random,
person.
one of the old men.
Good man, he said. During the horde, we can use a man like you, maybe as a siege weapon. Who you? He said. This is Genghis Cohen, Senator Savloy. Doer of mighty deeds, slayer of dragons, ravager of city. He once bought an apple.
No one laughed. Mr. Safloy had found that the horde had no concept whatever of sarcasm. Probably no one had ever tried it on them. One big river had been raised to do what he was told. Everyone had told him what to do, all through his life. He fell in behind the man with diamond teeth, because he was the sort of man you followed when he said follow.
But, you know, there are tens of thousands of men who would die rather than betray the Emperor, whispered Magnificent Winds as they fled through the corridors. I hope so. Some of them will be on guard around the Forbidden City. We've avoided them, but they're still there. We have to deal with them eventually.
Oh, good.
Said Cahan.
Bad, said the Savloy. That business with the ninjas was just high spirits. High spirits, murmured Six Magnificent Winds.
Random old man.
I don't know. But you don't want the big fight out in the open. It'll get messy.
Cohen walked over to the nearest wall, which had a gorgeous pattern of peacocks, and took out his knife.
Paper,
He said.
bloody paper walls.
He poked his head through. There was a shrill whimper.
Oh, sorry, man. Official wall inspection.
He extracted his head, grinning.
You can just read the Six Magnificent Wind parts.
But you can't go through walls, says Magnificent Winds.
Why not?
They're the walls. What could happen if everyone walked through the walls? What do you think doors are for?
I think they're for other people.
Said Cohen.
Which way is that throne room?
What? This is lateral thinking, explained Savloy as he followed him. Genghis is quite good at a certain kind of lateral thinking.
What's a lateral?
It's a kind of muscle, I believe. Thinking with your muscles? Yes, I see, says Magnificent Winds.
And that is the end of that section. And I think where we will be ending for today.
Yeah.
I hope you all enjoyed the stream today. I apologize for starting late. I had to
It's
walk my dog
okay. It happens.
and eat.
And I'm gonna
Yeah.
raid out, and I'll be back in a couple of hours because I have to rest my voice. That was a lot of voices to act.
Yes, a
So
lot of
I would
voices.
definitely be raiding out, guys. So let's get the raid message going.
Right, bye bye everyone. I'm gonna be zooming out. I'm not raiding since raiding scares me.
I'm gonna get her
But
to
have a
raid one day,
lovely
guys.
rest of
Don't
your
worry.
day.
I'm gonna get her to raid. I'm gonna
Night.
teach you the way of raiding, guys.
Another day, another day. I'll be ending my stream now.
Or you can raid it
All of you
towards
take
me.
care. Oh yeah, okay, let me do
Yeah,
that.
you can raid it to
I'm gonna
me.
raid Mousy, and then we'll be zooming off. Let me raid you. Yes, it does. Perfect. Okay, so we're gonna be raiding out to Mousy. Have a lovely time with Mousy, everyone.
Yep,
Have
and
a
then
lovely
we'll
rest of your
raid into
day,
someone
night, anytime
else.
it is for you. Goodbye, everyone. Take care. Bye, Mousy. Bye bye.
Bye. Let's see. Who is currently live? I think the Banshee Boys live.
Since Solace _ just traded with 12 viewers.
Solace raid. Yes, welcome in, guys. Welcome in. We're going to raid into my friend Meloria, who is currently playing Lockdown Protocol. Let me get her name spelled properly. There we go. And to those of you who want to join my Discord, it is community Discord. You can all join and know when I go live. This is for all the newcomers. And here's a raid message again for the new raiders. Raid. Alright. I will see you guys in a couple of hours, maybe like 3 or 4 hours from now. I'll be live again playing Elden Ring to my suffering. Have a great day and see you guys later. Bye.